Hello friends, and welcome to another Modern League. We're here with Yorion Orzhov Taxes. This beast of a deck is running a whole bunch of different enter the battlefield abilities and is planning to just absolutely destroy, hopefully, a prowess list. We are really hating on 1-drops here between Isolate and Kaya. 4 Auriok Champions in the sideboard to block Swift Spears and Shadows. And Leonin Relic-Warder is going to work fairly nicely with the main deck 4 of Ephemerate. This is a card that I've seen a lot of in Pauper, and I'm very excited to test out in this modern deck. So we could go Field of Ruin into Aether Vial and not have anything to do on turn 2, or we could go Shambling Vent into Wall of Omens and not have anything to do turn 1, and then our Aether Vial is just way off. I really don't like this hand. I mean, we have the Aether Vial. We can put it down turn 1, but where are we going from there? This hand is kind of a great example of Yorion. What are you even doing? So we'll keep this, and we'll get rid of one of the Mystics. Okay, our opponent is starting with 7. I think we'll probably Tidehollow Sculler here. Oh, they have so many options. Ooh, that Blood Moon with the double Godless Shrine? That sucks. Oh well, we're going to get really punished. We have to take the Lightning Bolt here, then they Bone Crush the Sculler. We're going to get punished for our greedy 2-color deck, which is barely splashing black. Opponent rewarded for playing Blood Moon. I mean, it's a great card. And this is a great example of how it can just sometimes be super good. Okay, so they have the spell ready, and we do not draw a land. I'm wondering if maybe we path to exile the Sculler, so we can get that Plains guaranteed. We could also Wall of Omens to try and hit a land. We could also Charming Prince scry too. I think Charming Prince would be probably the best option at looking for a basic, because it's going to look the furthest, potentially 3 cards deep. Unfortunately, we actually have to bottom the Marsh Flats because it will come into play as a mountain. Although we don't know for sure they're going to throw the Blood Moon down here. They might Bloodbraid Elf instead. Just seems like a pretty good plan where we're stuck on lands. We missed a land drop here. We have 2 Godless Shrines. Yeah, there it is. As expected. Okay, planes off the top, please. So they have a Lightning Bolt in hand, ready to use, and we get another mountain. We were not ready for Karnza. Lightning Bolt. Oh no? Okay. I guess they can just leave the 2/2 there. I mean, what is it really doing? Here comes Bloodbraid Elf. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Got a lot of non-basics here for a mostly white deck. Oh well. So, we're playing against Karnza. Relic-Warder, so-so. Vanishing Verse seems okay. I don't think we want Kaya. Isolate seems mediocre. I think I'm going to take out these Charming Prince. So we got Aether Vial, we have some basics, or a basic. Stoneforge, yeah, this is a keep. Easy. Alright, so we'll put a counter on the Aether Vial. We're going to want 2 mana here. We might as well fetch a basic at this point. So if we draw a fetch land next, we can get another basic. Hey there, Chuck. Thanks for the host, friend. We'll throw down Stoneforge Mystic. We'll go get Sophie. And pass back. Batterskull would have also been a very good option there. Sophie is going to be a little bit easier for us to put onto the battlefield. But we do have a hand full of lands, so Batterskull would eventually be able to be cast. Sophie does protect our creatures, though, from their removal. So if we get to equip a creature with Sophie, then that creature should be safe. stomped. Another Stoneforge Mystic. Well, we can put that into play with Aether Vial. So we might as well put the Sword of Fire and Ice into play. We've already got plenty of black mana, so let's play Brightclimb as a white source. And they're holding up mana, so we know they had Bone Crusher Giant available, so they have something they want to play here. Well, then what are you doing, Chuck? Go get some of that coffee. Get that caffeine. Pump it straight into the veins, yeah? Did I miss something here? Did I get distracted and punt? I think I did. Let's go back in time and fix that. Oh, that's really disappointing. Alright, let's see that lightning bolt. There it is. And here's a Karn, so that puts a damper on a few of our things here. Not going to be able to activate our equipment. Definitely a problem. So what are they going to find here? Torpor Orb. Reasonable. Tidehollow Sculler. Oh, nice. We can take that Torpor Orb straight out of their hand. That seems cool. Let's do that. Or maybe they'll have something else we want to take. Let's find out. 4 cards in hand, that's a few. Lightning Bolt, Flame Slash, yeah, so if we take anything except for Lightning Bolt, they can just Lightning Bolt the Sculler. So we grab Lightning Bolt, and then we put Sword of Fire in. No, we can't because no activated abilities. Damn. Alright, so we just take Lightning Bolt anyway. If we... the Torpor Orb's going to say that the Batterskull doesn't do Living Weapon, isn't it? So awkward. Yeah, Flame Slash can kill the Tidehollow as well, but it can't do it in our turn, so they have to spend the mana for Flame Slash during their turn instead. Although realistically at this point we can probably look at conceding, like they have between Karn, Bone Crusher, Bloodbraid Elf. We are in a really awkward position. It is what it is. Opponent is playing Karnza. We could put Wasteland Strangler into play, which gets rid of this Lightning Bolt. It would also get rid of our Tidehollow Sculler, which is super awkward. Yeah, so the Karnza deck, or sorry, is that right? Yeah, it is. Ponza with Karn. Really good choice right now because of the greedy mana bases that are being thrown around in Modern. So with Blood Moon, they take advantage of that. With Karn, they have an engine for card advantage and silver bullets. And then they also have cards like Bloodbraid Elf, Lightning Bolt. So they're able to ping off those early attackers and then gain advantage as the game goes long. They should also have Spyro in the deck, which is a really solid card. Yeah. Well, there's a lot to learn in the Modern meta. Many decks. And then the decks are consistently changing as well. With the new sets that are coming out, the power creep is real. So that's interesting. Got the Blood Moon now. No more black mana. Yeah, so the power creep is real. So we're seeing better cards being printed all the time. And that means all these new cards want to slot into either existing decks or create brand new decks, which again makes the format very interesting. Oh, they got their own Batterskull, but they're going to be able to equip it. We're out. Okay, so I'm definitely liking this hand. We have a mix of lands and spells. We'll keep this. We can go 1 into 2 and see what we want to do from there. Too bad we don't have an Aether Vial. We could do some neat tricks with Charming Prince and Tidehollow Sculler. Maybe we'll draw one off the top. Alright, I think we just want to Giver of Ruins this turn then. Concealed Courtyard, Giver of Ruins, let's go. Yeah, Lesnar, sometimes it's a great feeling to have the agency over variance, and sometimes it feels terrible because you know the reason that you lost is your fault. And that is a heavy thing. Mark Chalice, you're absolutely correct. It's because Tidehollow Sculler has 2 separate triggers. You can see it's separated into 2 paragraphs. Kind of want to just cast like Wall of Omens. But maybe I should Tidehollow Sculler? Yeah, I should Sculler. They just ransacked the lab. So yeah, we should see what they have. We'll go to Plains, Tidehollow. And then depending on what they have, we can keep the Giver. Ooh. So we just take through the breach. Right? Don't care about the Thoughtseize. We'll just take through the breach. Or do we take Grishoalbrand? Because how many Grishoalbrand are they going to have in their deck? If they threw the breach a worm, who cares? I mean, a 1914 worm is pretty scary. So yeah, through the breach. Let's go. And I want to keep that Tidehollow Sculler safe. So we'll keep the Giver of Ruins at home. Don't want to let the opponent get there through the breach back. Yeah, sure. Thoughtseize, you got it. Fatal Push would be a whole lot worse. All right, let's mark off the Thoughtseize. Oh, another Thoughtseize, so we know the contents of their hand. Charming Prince, yeah, sure, whatever. Don't mind the Wall of Omens here. Draw a card. Path to Exile might be good if we're able to catch a Grishoalbrand. We also have Field of Ruin, take their Blood Crypt. Or we could Wall of Omens. Kind of like, let's Wall of Omens to start. Draw a card. Ooh. Ephemerate. I do like that. That's a lot of card draw. Get to draw 2 with Ephemerate with Wall of Omens. Too bad we didn't have it when the Tidehollow Sculler was fresh. Should have played the field to cast the wall, you think? Yeah, that makes sense. Then we wouldn't have to pay the life. Yep. So much card draw. Ah, Giles, good morning. All right, well, thanks for coming by. The Wasteland Strangler is kind of interesting here. I could, Wasteland Strangler, let's see here, target creature, so it doesn't say opponent. We could give the Wall of Omens -3/-3 and get rid of the Through the Breach forever. But I think I would rather just cast Tidehollow Sculler, right? And then probably get rid of the Nourishing Shoal if they let me. Alright, they are responding. We know what they have in hand. So they just wanted to fetch a land in F6? Ooh, no, they concede. Okay, cool. So we're playing against Grishoalbrand, which is going to be a whole lot slower than it ever was before. We don't actually have a very good sideboard for it, though. I don't know that any of the cards in our sideboard are going to be very good. I guess depending on their deck composition, they could potentially have... Just trying to think about what their deck could possibly have. It's been a little while since I played against it. But they took out Simian Spirit Guide and they had to replace it with something. I mean, I do have a YouTube channel, yes. Give me a second, I'll throw up the link here. Cheers. There's a slot machine card in the new spoilers? Huh. Yeah, we speak a little bit about variants on this channel. I have some opinions. Really not too sure how I want to sideboard here, though. Like, honestly, I think that our sideboard is not set up for this deck at all. After 2 minutes of trying to think about anything I want to bring in here, I'm not sure that I want to bring in anything. I mean, potentially Vanishing Verse, so that I have a way to target Grishoalbrand again, potentially. Get rid of Giver of Ruins, I guess, because they're doing their combo things, so I don't think they're going to have too much removal. This is not good. We just happened to draw the one of Basic Swamp. So if this was, you know, a Plains, we would be feeling much better about this hand, as is. This is an easy mulligan. I think I'm fine with keeping this. It's not great, but we do have the Spellbinder, so we can at least slow them down. We have 4 lands, so yeah, we can get rid of a land. Get rid of Shrine. Not a great hand, though. We could just get crushed. Ooh, the Neonate. So they could be running something like Goryo's Vengeance. I think I want to set up the path to Exile this turn. Okay, so attack for 1. They don't have Goryo's Vengeance this turn. We're going to have to wait another turn before we can do anything. Let's play Plains. Spellbinder next turn. And we can Flickerwisp the Spellbinder. That would be so good. Ransack the lab. Nice. We're going to be able to play Spellbinder. Field of Ruin. Okay. I mean, regardless, I do want to play the Spellbinder. Veto. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. So that's a way to win through... oh, they have Anger of the Gods, huh? We probably got to take that. But if we exile the Grishoalbrand, then that's not in their hand anymore to use through the breach, right? So we take Anger of the Gods now, and then next turn we take Grishoalbrand. Oh, the Menace. I can't block. Damn. Oh, I see. They discarded the Grishoalbrand, so I couldn't take it with a Spellbinder. What do we take here? Veto or the Worm? Probably just the Worm, right? So they can't gain all that life? They're doing pretty good if they find, what's name? Oh, this is an Anger? Yep. Oh, they're tapped out, though, so we can Tidehollow Sculler. Nice. And we can even put Yorion into our hand. So let's grab Veto. And grab our companion. Nice. Good enough. I don't really feel like I can mulligan that hand. Okay, so they're playing. We're playing against Tron. Bad news, everyone. It's Tron. I don't think From the Crypt is here. Oh, but Giles is here. Let's put down the Sculler, see what they got in hand. Ooh, that's terrifying. Good thing they didn't play the Expedition map turn 1. What are you doing, opponent? Did you misclick? They played Chromatic Sphere instead of Expedition map turn 1. Okay, yeah, that is what happened. The question is, like, do you concede or do you reveal? I have definitely been on the other side of that question more than once. What? Thoughtseize glitch? I'm not gonna complain about that to my opponent. What do we get here? We get Spellbinder. We know they have. Let's see here. So they've shown us Tower. They've played the Star. Oh, and the Sphere drew a card. Okay. So let's see here. Spellbinder's not going to do too much. And they're going to have Worm Coils in a minute. That is awful. Prince the Scry 2, find land interaction. Good call. What do we got? What do we got? Field of Ruin. Okay. We'll bottom top. Nice. We can play the Giver of Ruins. I mean, why not? And with the reveal cards, I think we should just attack for max damage here. Just catching up on chat here. Paid actor? I mean, absolutely. You thought this was real life? I mean, I have, like I was saying, I've been on both sides of that equation. I have shame conceded, and I have decided that I have to continue playing the game. and reveal that I made the mistake. New Evoke white card. New Evoke white card. Be okay, please. I want to flicker you 100 times. Flick, 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 flick. At what point does it start to get dirty? So they get Blast Zone, which can get rid of our 2s. And if they get rid of our 2s, they get rid of Expedition Map. We can't Spellbinder that. Whatever. We're going to get rid of their tower, I guess. I was told I wasn't supposed to go for the tower anymore. Maybe we're supposed to go for the mine, because that's the last thing they searched up. Well, I'm going to have to take a look at those in a little bit. I have not seen any of the new stuff yet, so this is all news to me. And unfortunately, MtG bots exclamation spoilers doesn't work too well. I think we want to play the Spellbinder in order to just get it on the field so that we can start flying in and doing damage with it. So we do 4, 5, 6 damage here, play the Spellbinder, next turn should be lethal, I think. There's a new broken black card. Well, I need to know about that. Black is my favorite kind of magic. Oh, absolutely, friend. Alpinco MtG. If I can get my words out properly, I would thank you properly. Oh, the link thing got us there. The jig is always up. No links for you yet. Sorry, friend. You can send me a whisper, and I'll take a look at it in a second. Let me put up an emote. There you go, and that'll make it a little bit easier for you to send me the link if you would like. All right, we got lucky there and managed to beat Tron game 1. So let's see what we can do game 2. We got the Leonin Relic-Warder to exile Wormcoil Engines. We have Isolate to exile Maps, which is probably totally like just terrible. We shouldn't bring in Isolate, should we? I don't know. We're going to put that over to the side for now. That's in the maybe column. We got a lot of cards in the deck, though, so we can make space. Wasteland Strangler seems just terrible. It's never going to target anything. We're going to bring over the Relic Warders here. They're definitely getting siding in, but we'll just make it easy to see how many cards we're bringing in and out. Oh, thanks, friends. And yeah, don't worry about it. The jig is always up. I just got it set so that most people can't send links, just so that it's easier to manage. It's less for me to think about. Maybe when I get some moderators, I'll change that. The path to exile is okay. I'm fine with keeping some of those. Caligoletto 3, thanks for the follow, friend. Oh, okay. So when I look at this Megophis, I gotta be thinking about it in the sense of Brazier. Brazier of Baghdad, I think it's called. Key, MTG, thanks for the follow, friend. Alright, I think that I would rather have the Isolates over the Stranglers The Stranglers aren't going to be doing much in this matchup, and Isolate, especially on the draw here, but even on the play, like I might be able to snap up a map, and that would be pretty wicked. So, we have 2 lands. We have Aether Vial. So, like, the hand looks good in that sense. But what is it doing against Tron? Nothing. This hand does nothing against Tron. I think we have to mulligan it and try and find something better. Like, we have access to Ghost Quarters and Field of Ruins in our deck. We can do better than this. This is not better. This is not better. We just can't find them. We did find Relic-Warder, though, so we are going to keep this. We have to get rid of 2 cards, so we'll get rid of Apparition and... Oh, the Ephemerate would be wicked with a Relic-Warder if it managed to work out. Am I supposed to keep it? Get greedy? Or am I supposed to just keep all the 2-drops? There's the map. Okay, turn 1 map. Relic-Warder not going to do its job. Oh, but they have Forest? And they Sylvan Scrying instead of using the map? I mean, they're playing around Tidehollow Sculler that way, but they are not playing around Relic-Warder. Right on time. Abso-fraggin-lutely. Ooh. Okay. Let's keep going. Another Relic-Warder. Well, Relic-Warder isn't going to hit here. I kind of like playing Sculler to see what their hand is and take something from them. Stoneforge Mystic is also pretty good to go get Batterskull, but I think I want to take a card from their hand here. Okay. So they have Karn Liberated, Thragtusk, and Wormcoil. Wormcoil is no problem while we have Relic-Warder in hand. Karn Liberated and Thragtusk are problems. Which one do we take? They are both 1 land away. Thragtusk is a more immediate problem. I think I'm going to take the Thragtusk, and we'll try and kill them before Karn comes down. We'll just hope they don't get to Tron. Then again, like, we have the Giver of Ruins, so we could be able to attack through Thragtusk. We could also give creatures protection from Karn. Alright, I'm taking Thragtusk. Tough choice. But this is one of the cards that they can cast in a couple turns. Karn takes a little bit of work. And we'll hope that they don't put down the Karn next turn so that we can Giver of Ruins to protect our creatures. Good. No Karn this turn. That is great news. And they play the Forest. So no Tron land this turn. Super good news. So our choices are to put the Yorion into our hand or to put Stoneforge Mystic down. We could also attack with Shambling Vent here, which would be 6 damage instead of 4. Alright, so if we start attacking with Shambling Vent, that's 3 turns till victory. If we play the Stoneforge Mystic, we put them to 14 this turn, 10 the turn after that, and then we have Batterskull, and then it's going to be not lethal. Islands, hello. Yeah, Lesnar, I think that's probably the right play. Get that Ancient Stirrings go. Or did they potentially draw it? We do not have Sword of Feast and Famine, but we do have Maul. Maybe we just go get Maul. I don't mind that. That would be attacking for damage a little bit sooner. And we might be able to get some extra damage in somehow with that. Yeah, we're playing Yorion Death and Taxes. Gonna get the Maul. So that way we can cast the Maul, put it onto the Stoneforge, and attack, and I think that's lethal in 2 turns. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, lethal in 2 turns. Nice. And they concede immediately. Yes. Especially on the play. So we can go turn 2 Stoneforge Mystic, and then we have access to Ephemerate to get some serious value. Alright, so Stoneforge Mystic for Batterskull seems pretty neat. Could also just Wall of Omens, because it looks like, I don't know, like if they were Blitz, they would be running so they're probably Burn. Charming Prince, gain 3 life, Ephemerate that? Seems pretty nice. Maybe we just want a Wall of Omens, so they can't burn out our creature and we have a blocker. Looks like Burn. Yep. Like Wall here, me too. Yeah, I think that you're right, Parole. Ooh, Manitai, though. That's a shock. Whew. Okay, so they're actually on Red-White Prison. I guess we Sculler. Take a look at their hand. Take their best card away from them. Pretty sure Sculler is one of our better plays. Stoneforge Mystic is pretty good too. That's fair, yeah. And you wouldn't want to play Mana Tithe if you were playing Chalice. So it could just be land destruction. Let's go Tidehollow Sculler. I would have loved to have Scullered with Ephemerate ready. Oh, the double Season Pyro. 1, 2, play Talisman, play land, and then they can do that. Or Nahiri. I think we have to take the Nahiri. Just get it out of here. Yeah, I think that a little bit of land destruction. They combo into an Emrakul here, so this is, yeah, a red-white control deck. Oh, I see. With indestructible lands, or you can run the flagstones. Either way, it ramps you. Rough. We can go get Sophie. No way, they had another Mana Tithe? Okay, so they discarded Talisman, they discarded Pyromancer. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Opponent is going to crush us. They're going to get the chance to just absolutely show the power of their deck. And it's going to look really cool. And everyone's going to say, oh, why didn't we play this amazing red-white deck before now? Obviously, it's so much better than anything else available. Just go get planes here. I know, right? Taxing the taxes deck. No, now they get their Planeswalker back. Hey, it's that sword I wanted. You got another Mana Tithe, bro? Let's get Batterskull. Skyclave can get rid of Nahiri, so that's pretty great. Oh no, Chandra! That isn't what we expected. We expected a different Planeswalker. Oh no! I think that we're dead. We could play for another turn or two and just like see what they have. See if they'll reveal some more tech. So far, the Ephemerates aren't treating us too well. We haven't had too much opportunity to use them on a turn 3 or turn 4. I mean, I need the land. Because ideally you want to, like, turn 3 play Tidehollow Sculler, then Ephemerate it immediately while the trigger's on the stack. That would be, like, best possible option. Okay, so we have the land so we can get rid of the Nahiri. But I was pretty excited to try out these Ephemerates. I've seen how effective they can be in Pauper. Ooh, the Pillage! So we're not apparating. We have the land on top, but we can't apparate. Alright, so we can Ephemerate the Charming Prince twice before we draw. Find that extra land so we can get the Nahiri off the battlefield. This is our last opportunity. It's at 8. Next turn, it gets Emrakul. I don't know that, obviously, but that is the assumption. Why would you play Nahiri? Because you have Emrakul in the deck. Yes, Charles, because the, let's see here. Because the trigger has 2 separate instances, it's 2 paragraphs. So that's the thing that you want to look for. Can't Ephemerate a land. So we're dead. We're not going to show the opponent Ephemerate here. All I want to do at this point is see if they have Emrakul. I want to see what the winning card is with Nahiri. So we'll pass it back to them and they'll show us. Yeah, I'm hoping that at some point during the league today we'll be able to showcase that interaction. Okay, it is Emrakul, so we can concede here. And we can start thinking about how we want to sideboard. So let's see here. Vanishing Verse is going to be good versus the Chandra, but basically nothing else. Kaya's not good. Fatal Push is mediocre. Relic-Warder is not good. I mean, I guess it could potentially hit Blood Moon. Auriok Champion is okay. It has protection from red, so we can bring that in. Let's put this in pile view. Put the champions to the side here. And I maybe would like to play the Relic-Warders. TomTom, MtG, thanks for the follow, friend. Yeah, the Elite Spellbinder is one of the main reasons that I'm playing this list, because I want to play this card. So I'm playing the Elite Spellbinder in this deck today, obviously, that's what I'm doing. And I want to try out Humans maybe in a couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks, because I've got Spirits lined up for next week. And then I want to play Is It Prowess after that. So maybe I'll be able to play Humans after that. Alright, we got a little while left here on the clock. We got to take out 6 cards. I want to keep the Apparition. Flickerwisp, probably. Spellbinder, I mean, it's one of the reasons I'm playing the deck. Charming Prince. Charming Prince seems kind of mediocre. We could probably take that out. I want to keep the Tidehollow Scullers. The Wall of Omens are mediocre, but they do draw cards with the Ephemerate. Giver of Ruins is good. Path to Exile is mediocre. It's not really hitting much of anything. One land versus a land destruction deck. No, thank you. This will keep. What am I going to get rid of here? Kind of feel like I want to get rid of land. The deck, the hand is just so good. I don't want to get rid of anything else. I want to draw that card with that wall. But yeah, the wall was another good option. Maybe we should have got rid of that. Kept the land, just because we know how dangerous the opponent's deck can be. They're going to be taking away our lands on their turn 2, potentially. No way, Charles. That is That is really cool. Thanks for that bit of trivia. Oh, we get a land off the top. Rewarded for our greed. I kind of want to play just Stoneforge into Giver, so that we can really pressure them with a potential Batterskull coming up. And if they want to do like land destruction things, then they're going to eat a Batterskull. Fuck. Yeah, well, I mean, they did it last time too, so I should have been expecting it, but I have some sort of mental block in my head that says Mana Tithe isn't a thing. Idiot. Okay, opponent's deck is going off here. I mean, I had a line in my head that I wanted to do this thing. I think that maybe, you know, like, if they didn't have Mana Tithe that was good, but they presented untapped white mana ready to go instead of red mana, I probably should have seen it. Oops, let's see. Yeah, I think I want to play... no, I Aether Vial Wall of Omens, see what I draw, and then we can go from there. Wasteland Strangler. Okay. Do I want to attack with Giver of Ruins? I think so. Ooh, wait, can we Alt-Z? No, it's too late. Yeah, good point, Islands. And we're punished. That's why I wanted to take back the attack on Giver of Ruins. Okay, so our opponent's really putting on a class here. Taking us to school. Showing us what red-white whatsits is all about. And apparently it's all about destroying our lands. And making me frustrated. Let's get a clock onto the board. I don't think I tick this up for Yorion, do I? It's only going to take 2 turns, and we can get to Yorion. Maybe I'm supposed to. I'm going to tick this up. So we can get to Yorion sooner. Cascading Cataracts. They're going to have so many manas. So I could Path the Seasoned Pyromancer and then Yorion the Wasteland Strangler to kill their elemental. Seems really bad. Ooh, Flickerwisp. That's cool. So I could Flickerwisp, target their Pyro, and then Yorion, Flicker Wasteland Strangler, get rid of Pyro, get Elemental. This seems okay. Hey, Mr. Rabe, what's up? Good to see ya. What's this triple Thoughtseize Overlords? Flicker a land? Yep. Alright, let's do the thing. Yep. I think I was supposed to attack first. Punt. I'm just not playing properly. This. Was supposed to attack. Whatever. So let's see here. I'm supposed to stack it so the Yorion happens first. Vial back to 0? Actually, that would have been a good play. I should have done that. We could Flickerwisp the Vial, and that gets it back to 0. Or we could Flickerwisp the Yorion. We should probably Flickerwisp the Yorion. Combo. Infinite loop, let's go. And Yorion's not even vulnerable on their turn, so they can't use a sorcery or whatever to get rid of it. And it comes back in time to attack. I like this plan. Blink this. Don't need to blink the Wasteland Strangler, blink the Flickerwisp, and the Aether Vial. Ephemerate, okay. Yeah, it protects half of the board. Not bad. Flicker the Yorion. And we have Ephemerate now to do more cool stuff. We just got cool stuff forever. Nice. I guess we could, Mago. We could use the Flickerwisp, hit one of their lands, because we have the Ephemerate to continue to get the Yorion every turn. We could do it several turns. And then we could target the Wall of Omens with the Wasteland Strangler, so we would have a target. And yeah, the second Flicker effect were the 2 Ephemerates we had in hand. Did we have 2? I'm pretty sure we had at least 1. I don't know. My memory's a little bit foggy sometimes. I remember we had, I think it was 2 at the end of last game and maybe 1 at the end of this game. Yeah. Game 1 we had 2 just dead in hand, and then game 2 we had 1 sitting in hand that was useful. Not a fan of the 1 land hand versus land destruction. Good enough. We're going to get rid of Path. Don't mana tithe me, bro. Oh, the indestructible land. So they can boom bust. Damn it. Damn you and your indestructible lands. Your 2-mana land destruction. You've set me back. No turn 1 play, no turn 2 play. Should play the non-duels first. Okay. That way we'll have access to the dual-colored mana later on. I was thinking, okay, well I get to save 2 life on the Godless Shrine, and that might have been right, but the Concealed Courtyard probably should have been the Plains. Thanks, Mr. Ray. Well, they are tapped out, so let's go ahead and play one of our cards. Wall of Omens or Stoneforge Mystic. Probably Stoneforge here. Batterskull seems pretty nice. Could also get Sophie, so that if they try and play like a Planeswalker or something, we could have an unblockable creature to kill it. I'm going to get Sophie. It's also a card that we can cast if they kill Stoneforge Mystic. And there's a Planeswalker. We have Skyclave Apparition, so we can just get rid of Nahiri. And it looks like that is going to be what we are going to do. Don't think we want to try like for Spellbinder or anything. I think we want to just get rid of Nahiri right away. Was I scared of that Planeswalker? Yes. Yes. Terrified, in fact. We had the opportunity to get it off the board, and that means we're not going to lose the game in 2 turns. Another Sinkhole. Means we're not going to have the mana to... Ooh, that's an interesting choice. Cleansing Wildfire the Cataracts so they get to ramp and draw a card. Which means they'll have access to the 5 mana of any combination of colors. Not that I think that's actually going to be a part of their deck. Yeah, sure, we'll take 2, no problem. Spellbinder. So we have a couple of choices here. We could play Wall of Omens. We could play Sword of Fire and Ice. We could play Spellbinder. The thing that I kind of like doing here, I like playing Spellbinder and then next turn Stoneforge the Sword of Fire and Ice onto something. I haven't seen the new Evoke Thoughtseize yet, but I've been hearing about it. People have been talking about it. The other thing we could do is we could play the Wall of Omens so that we don't get mana tithed. They got this 1 mana open here. It's really making me think about Mana Tithe, which has gotten us quite a couple of times already. And the Wall of Omens would also be able to block Pyromancer. Gonna go Wall of Omens here. And next turn we'll go for Sophie. Ooh, okay. I mean, it is a card in the deck that we're playing. Pass back. Hogak 2, can't wait. Alright, I'm going to have to take a look at this card in between the break here. I'm pretty sure one of our viewers sent me a link to it, so after this match, I'm going to take a look at what everybody's talking about. We'll put it up onto the screen and we'll take a minute to talk about it. Another Season Pyro, that's what I like to see. We're going to get Sophie down. What? What happened? Okay, they discarded Emrakul. It's not like they were putting it into play or something. Lose focus for 1 second. Emrakul, what? They're tapped out. That's cool. Yeah, I think we just want a Sophie. Alright, so we're dealing 6 a turn, but that's not a 2-turn clock. That's a 3-turn clock regardless. So maybe we should kill an elemental with the first one, and then the next 2 go to face. Or maybe, like, not even that way. Because it's just awkward damage right now. Sophie equip is weak to Luca. Oh. Huh. Weak to Nihiri. Exile target. What? What? Why did you do that? Why didn't you just exile Nihiri? Or sorry, exile this Sophie. It has to be a tapped artifact. Nice. It's the enchantment that doesn't have to be tapped. The artifact must be tapped. Equipments don't tap. Awesome. Love that. Yeah, thanks everybody for coming up and letting me know that Nihiri cannot hit the sword. How cool is that? Another Aether Vial? Perfect. Probably just go Spellbinder here. Are we supposed to hit the Nihiri? We're supposed to hit them, right? Because, like, Nihiri's not really doing anything this turn. So we hit them and play Spellbinder. Double Tithe you, of course. Ooh, destroy target artifact. That's a problem. Should have used that Elite Spellbinder pre-combat. Now they get to block our Skyclave Apparition and get a 4/4. That's my bad. We had the Spellbinder in hand. I thought, oh, attack after combat. What could they do? Apparently not everyone has moved on to Rip Apart. Opponent here still is on Wear Tear. It is what it is. And the Shame Spellbinder. Oh, and they have a Chandra. They're just going to be able to cast it anyway. Rough position to be in. So right here, they cast the Chandra for the 2 extra mana, kill the Spellbinder, and then next turn they have Nahiri ready to go. Really good game. I thought that the Sophie there was going to do it, but the Wear Tear, absolutely crushing it. Well, Prismatic Vista is not really what we wanted. We wanted another Skyclave Apparition here. So we're dead. They can go get Emrakul. I don't remember what their record was, but we'll just wish them luck with the rest of the league regardless. Okay. This hand is so slow. What are we doing with this hand? Turn 3 something? Like, it doesn't do anything. We're going to mulligan this. We have lands, but like the hand doesn't do anything. This hand is at least better. We can turn 2 Charming Prince and we're on the play. It's not good, but we can at least keep it. I think I just get rid of Ephemerate here. I'm going to want to go Charming Prince into something, so we don't really have time to Ephemerate right now. Sacred Foundry and Lurrus. So this is probably Boros Blitz. Okay. Let's go get basic planes. And play Charming Prince. Gain some life. Next turn, we intend on apparating something. And the turn after that, we're probably going to apparate something too. Elite Spellbinder is not going to be too good in this matchup. Ooh, Blister Coil weird. So they are going all in on this strategy. And Clever Lumimancer. That is terrifying. Okay. I think we get rid of Weird this turn because it gets... Is it +1/+1? Okay, no. This is not the same Weird I thought that it was. I thought they were running the Weird that they have to exile the spell. This is the one that has pseudo prowess. So we probably just want to get rid of the Lumimancer. I think that's the one that can grow the most. Get Lumimancer or you are dead. I agree. No blocks. No attacks. I'm interested in blocking. Here comes Crash Through. We're just going to F6. Let them do their thing. They're going to hit us for so much damage this turn. Oof. The lightning bolt. Well, at least it didn't hit our face. They only get a token. Tokens aren't that bad. Are we even supposed to block here? Like, they have Trample. I don't think I block. They don't have Team or Battle Rage or anything. And now we can just apparate their Soulscar Mage. And then if we get to keep the apparition, we can Flickerwisp it and get rid of their weird. Just leave that apparition around. Just leave it. Tap out 2. Put Lurrus in your hand and play a creature. Perfect. Do that. Okay, that's part of what I asked them to do. Now put Lurrus in hand. We're blocking. Absolutely going to block. Hand seems super vulnerable to Lava Dart. Even if we take the Lava Dart out of their hand, it's still super bad. Oh, speak of the devil. Stoneforge Mystic. Not yet. Let's Flickerwisp the apparition. Is this going to work? It works. Wicked. So we get rid of another one of their prowess creatures now. Soulscar Mage gotta go. Yeah, I'm not too sure about Blister Coil Weird in a Lava Dart format. I mean, I don't know, man. I just feel like your other options are better because of, like, kind of what Vertex was saying. Play Blister Coil Weird and it just dies to Lava Dart. Lava Darts are so prevalent in the format right now. You're already playing Lumimancer, which is going to get hit by that, so why? Okay, we're going to get hit for a bunch of damage here. I'm fine with taking the 7. We can Flickerwisp the apparition again and get rid of the weird. And we can actually attack with it this turn. Bye-bye prowess. I wonder what they're doing instead of Lurrus. Maybe they have that, what's the name of that devil? Where they discard their hand, then draw 3 when it comes into play? Bedlam something? Bedlam Reveler? I think. They probably have Bedlam Reveler in the list. Come at me, I'm here! There's the Lurrus. Okay, did they put that into their hand earlier and I just missed it? That's probably what happened. Because, yeah, we were even talking about it earlier, right? Play creature, put Lurrus to hand. So here we're going to play Aether Vial, Stoneforge Mystic, and go get Batterskull, so we can start gaining life. I don't mind blocking the Lurrus with Apparition here. I think we want to attack with Flickerwisp. Go get Batterskull. And attack with Flickerwisp. From the Crypt. Welcome, welcome. Actually, I wanted to ask you something, friend. Would you be interested in Moderator's Sword? I've seen that you've done good work on other streams, and I'm offering you a mod spot if you would like. Okay, sweet. I'll set that up after the stream. Unless I can just easily click on you and do it. I could ban you, I could time you out, but I couldn't easily add you as a mod right here. Okay, I'll do it later. Not raid, mod. Is it just MOD? Okay, block here. Block here. They're tapped out. They haven't played a land yet, though, so that's 4 or 5 puts us to 3. So if they have land Lightning Bolt, we're dead to this. But can we afford... I think we actually have to block the illusion. We have another Stoneforge Mystic to get the Batterskull out. Alright, block like that. I did the thing. Yeah, there you go. Swing that sword. Snicker snick. Yeah, that's true from the Crypt. We don't get too much nonsense here. I would feel a little bit better if we had a couple people looking out. We are starting to get some more people coming in. Oh, well, thanks from the Crypt. I'll let you know if anything comes up on that front later. Kind of like just playing the Mystic here, holding up Path, and that way we potentially can put the Batterskull into play next turn. Go get Sophie. And I mean, I'm wondering if I attack with a Flickerwisp, but do I honestly want to block with it? Probably not. Trade my Flickerwisp for one of their 1/1 illusions seems pretty poor. Although if it keeps me alive, it might be the right thing. Nice. The Bongo Clown. What a team. Yeah, we are on 6. The thing is, if we take 2, we go to 4, which is not Lightning Bolt dead. Although I guess this way they could kill us with double Lava Dart. Oh, they're sending the Lava Dart at Stoneforge Mystic, so that's fine. Are we supposed to path our Stoneforge Mystic to get the extra land so we could potentially put down Batterskull next turn? I think so. Alright. I opened that Better TTV link up in another window. I'll take a look at that after the stream. That is something that's been on my mind. Ooh, scary. Land. So we get to put down Batterskull, but we have to pay a life to do it. So if they have a lightning bolt, we're dead. Could also put Sophie onto Flickerwisp, which would be 7 damage, which is not enough, so we just have to play Batterskull. Fair. We are dead to bolt regardless. Go ahead. Do we attack here? I mean, they have the Lava Dart, so Flickerwisp can't block regardless. But then they would have to point the Lava Dart at the Flickerwisp instead of us. Yeah, Sophie on the X1 is not going to work. Stupid Dart. Flickerwisp not looking too good in the face of Dart, but we knew that. Good game, though. We're on turn 9 versus a Prowess deck. And we have the Germ on the table, so opponent is thinking. Oh, they have Manamorphose. What is the best possible card that I could draw in this situation? Is it Manamorphose? It is. I'm pretty sure that's just death. They Lava Dart the Flickerwisp. The Blister Coil Weird becomes a 3/3. We block one of the 3/3s. We go to 7, and then we take 3, 4, 5. Oh, maybe we're not dead. Maybe we're not dead. They're going to Lava Dart the Germ to make it a 3. Okay, so we block here. We lose 3, we gain 3. So we stay at 3 here, and then we can just equip the Batterskull to the Flickerwisp. This looks good to me. Don't kill my Flickerwisp. Don't kill my Flickerwisp. Just pass the turn. Oh, this is really, really good for us. We even have the Spellbinder to use on their upkeep. Or, sorry, on their draw step. Whatever, Batterskull. Let's go. Smash. I think opponent might be feeling a little bit sick. Oh, they concede to the Aether Vial activation. Love that. Don't even bother to wait to see what we're going to put into play. Just concede to the activation. Wow. So happy we won that game. Let's bring in Auriok Champion. We'll bring in Isolate. We'll bring in Fatal Push and Vanishing Verse. And Kaya. Basically the entire sideboard we're bringing in here. We take out Flickerwisp. We take out Spellbinder, and we got 4 more cards to take out. I mean, I really enjoy the Spellbinder. I want to play with it, like I was saying earlier. I'm going to play humans later, specifically because I want to play this card. But with Lava Dart being so prevalent, it's pretty risky. Wasteland Strangler looks good. Sophie seems okay. Sculler seems mediocre. We probably take out the Scullers. The Prince gains us life and blocks, whereas the Sculler, I think I would rather cut the Sculler than the Prince. The Ephemerate. We are on the draw, so the vials are going to be a little bit worse. I don't mind cutting some Ephemerate. So we could go maybe like Ephemerate, Sculler, Vial, and we got to take one more card out. Either Sculler or Prince. I'm thinking another Sculler here, because they're gonna empty their hand pretty quickly. Alright, so we get to play 2 games with the Anti-Prowess Plan. This deck sideboards quite heavily versus Lava Dart. Not a fan at all. We're on the draw and we have nothing to do till turn 3. Mulligan. This is fine. We love this. Keep the heck out of that. Get rid of Field of Ruin. Let's go. Actually, I kind of like getting rid of Silent Clearing, because I don't want to take too much pain from my lands. And like we can activate the Field of Ruin to get a Plains later. Oh, I wish that Path to Exile were a Fatal Push. Get out of here, Maul. I guess we'll just play the white land here, Brightcomb, and hold up Path. As bad as it is, I think we are probably going to Path the Soulscar Mage here. Let's see what they do. They're crashing through, so it looks like they want to get some damage in. Ooh, it looks like they're actually trying to get a, what's name? Light up the stage to work. So we're going to Path here and cut off their light up the stage. Nice. Oh, the Auriok Champion? Yes, please! That is exactly the card I want to put Maul of the Skyclaves onto. Let's go ahead and put Yorion over here so that we don't forget that we have access to the companion. That is a thing that I do sometimes. An opponent just puts Lurrus to hand and plays a land. They do still have 6 cards in hand and 4 lands, so we do have to be careful, but I'm thinking Maul onto Auriok Champion should be really good here. Smack. Okay. will gain a life. They have a card in Exile, so we can use the Strangler to kill their Lurrus. This is so good. Too late to always yes, always yield. I'll do that next time. Always yes, always yield. Sure, I'll take one. Okay, we're going to Wasteland Strangler, play this land tapped. Hold on, I gotta use black mana here. Scoop to me, opponent. How about that? Not bad at all. I think we'll attack for 3 again. Sure. Okay, they're going to, I mean, we're tapped out. We have nothing to do. We're at 19. I felt pretty safe. Let's see how much damage they can do this turn. Not much at all. 2 damage, and we draw Fatal Push. Wall of Omens, draw a card, gain a life. We can just hold the Fatal Push or Vanishing Verse up, so let's just pass. I kind of like using the Vanishing Verse here so that we can have Apparition Fatal Push for later. We should just crush here. Not even bothering to attack. I would say so. Game 1 was very interesting. This game didn't quite have the same, back and forth to it. They did. This is, yeah, you're absolutely right, Parole. This is way too many lands. And they even drew another one off the top and conceded. So yeah, they wanted to show us that they just flooded out. That allowed us to do our thing. Our deck, like I was saying before, switches many, many cards when we fight a prowess deck. So we ended up taking out all of our Flickerwisps, all of our Elite Spellbinders. That's immediately 8 cards that have 1 toughness. And we get 4 Auriok Champions, 2 Isolates, 2 Vanishing Verse, as well as the 2 Kaya and 2 Fatal Push. Like, the sideboarding into prowess is really, really strong for us. So after we won game 1, I was pretty confident in that matchup. So, here we are again with Yorion, and we managed to 3-2. A lot of that is probably due to variants and matchups and, all that good stuff. But I've found that playing the Yorion lists, while they are less consistent, I've had quite a bit of fun with them. And I like the flavor that you get from this deck when you're running 20 additional cards in your main. It does mean that you are going to be cut off of the consistency and you have to make certain choices still about where you want to go. We're playing this the Orzhov list, and you might have noticed we're actually not running any Thalias, no Ghost Quarters, but the deck has some consistency, and it has some synergy. So we managed to win some matches of Magic and made the deck look good.